not reviews, but just like people's opinions online. Talking about like how does Speed and all them know how to fight or whatever? Dude,
because they're anime.
Nobody knows. Yeah, just watch the anime. In the anime, just everyone knows how to fight. Like, it's like,
dude, everybody knew kung fu back then. It's a lost art.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit Podcast. It's your favorite host with the most, Sam the Bomb. And of course, with me every week is...
Haha! Gotta go fast.
And Nanny.
Hello.
No, Danny, you're supposed to say cool beans.
Oh, cool beans.
All right. We'll start over.
Yeah, no, just leave it. Cool beans. Hey, this week we're talking about probably the greatest live-action adaptation of an anime, Hollywood-wise, which is Speed Racer from 2008.
It's 15 years old.
15 years old. This movie's still great. I rewatched it for this episode, obviously. Yeah, it's God damn it, dude. We've been talking about this for a while, like in passing, just like on random episodes, you know, in the past. Like, oh, we got to review this. We got to review this. We got to review this. I always forget about it. Oftentimes people always forget about Speed Racer being an anime, you know. So, but that being said, this is a perfect time to just review a movie, I think, especially a movie where everyone can watch, the whole family can watch, just because, you know, it was Thanksgiving yesterday, obviously, right? And you're probably out shopping or doing Cyber Mondays, chilling at home with your family, you know, Friday night, game night with your family or something, put on a movie. This is the perfect movie to watch together with your kids, your parents, dude. It's a great movie. And you don't have to know anything about the anime or manga to watch it. So, that being said, I mean, let's just jump into it. I'm not even going to waste no time. Let me tell you about this. And links.animesummit.net. Okay, don't forget to go there. Visit all the links. That's where you can follow, subscribe. And you can also find a link to our sister podcast, Anime Plummet Podcast. They've been doing some trash. Talking about a lot of trash over there. Some trash I enjoy, but most of it's trash. Also, let me tell you this. There's also a link to go to our store, animesummit.net. And because it's Black Friday from now till Monday, 15% off. No, 15%. Yeah, 15% off. Just put in the code. Just put in the code. Cyberbutts.
Oh,
23.
Please no.
Cyberbutts.
Seriously?
I'll put it in the description. Yeah, not Cyber Monday. Cyberbutts.
God.
Get 15% off. You were waiting to get a shirt, right? You haven't got a shirt yet? You gotta get one now. Cyberbutts 23. Okay, I'll put it in the description so you can see it. Okay. And then it's gonna turn off after Monday. So Tuesday, like afternoon or Tuesday morning, it'll be gone. So make sure you get on that. Get a shirt, get a mug, get a hoodie. Do it. Maybe we'll have another holiday sale down the line, but for right now, 15% off for 4 days. Get it now. Call in now, call in later. Call in Farrell, call in Mockery. Okay.
Call in Mockery.
Let's not even waste time, dude. Question of the week, Nick. What do you got?
All right. This is from somebody named Danny. And she asks, if money wasn't an issue, which car would you drive? Oh, I guess that's relevant for Speed Racer. It has to be a real car. A real car, I guess.
I was going to say not a T180. No, honestly, dude, it would be my first initial D car, which is Mitsubishi Evil Lancer Evolution 3, 1997. No, maybe the 96 or 96 probably. The 96, I think. Because it was version 2. Version 2 is version 3. Initial D version 3, that was my first car. I still love that car, by the way. I still love it. I don't care. It's a cool car. Yeah, it's not like a Skyline or whatever the fuck everyone else makes in the fucking game, but I love that car. I made mine in black with a little small spoiler on it. Super Asian. I would get that car. I would get that car and I would like obviously like soup it up and everything. But yeah, I love that car.
Nick,
Danny, what do you got?
I asked
Even
you.
though you asked the question.
And I,
Oh, yeah, that was-
it's my question.
Oh, Nick, what do you got? Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about cars. I would pick. I don't fucking. I literally know nothing about cars, so I can't answer. Here,
what
Sam,
Nick needs.
you
As long
two,
as
you
it-
two pick for me. How about that? Both of you pick one for me.
Nick needs an SUV, and it has to have a screen on the front so he can watch anime while he's driving.
Yes, because that's safe. Well,
Yeah.
I watch at 2 times speed, so it's fine.
Technically,
My eyes are
fine,
darting
yeah.
all the time.
I would say Nick needs, and not like one of those nasty, gross like bro SUVs. Just a nice one. You can go camping with it. You can go to festivals with it. It's perfect for going to conventions, that kind of thing. And it has to have all the screens all over the place. Rear view camera. What car has that? Probably a Toyota Highlander, maybe the hybrid Highlander.
Let's not get too
Or maybe,
specific. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, I don't know if I just love Toyota. So like that was my first
All right.
car, by the way, Toyota Highlander. Anyways,
Danny, what about you?
yeah, maybe Nick wants to know. Nick's car just has to have all the
You
computer
gotta
stuff.
pick one for me and pick one for you.
I'm not picking one for you.
All right. I'll have a 3-wheeled fish cart. I'll have
Okay,
one of
that's what
those
you
little
gotta do.
trucks that they
Nick
drive
has
around
SpongeBob's
sushi.
boat car from SpongeBob.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I had to pick, it would be the 1967 Chevy Impala.
Oh, that's kind of sick. Actually.
That's a death trap, Danny. It's a $10.
That's so
I'm gonna
like-
tell you.
It's
That's
the same,
so retro grunge,
it's
Danny. Like
the same car that
rockabilly Danny.
It's the same car that Dean Winchester drives in Supernatural. So
Yeah.
like that car is so sickin'. Yeah. Oh, a Dannyism, sickin'. Oh wait, no.
No, that's a real word.
It is a real word. I just used it in the wrong context.
That is sickest. No, I dig it though.
Yeah, no, that car is so freaking cool. Like, yeah.
I know what happens at the end of the show, but I just don't want to watch it because I don't want it to be like, I don't want to watch it.
You don't want it to be over.
Yeah, I don't want to like, I haven't seen every episode even.
Just
but
be
I'm
like
still
me,
wow,
where like you just go on a binge for it and then like stop watching it for like a year or two and then don't remember what happened and just watch it all, just start all over again. And just never finish it.
God. Sounds horrible. Just blue ball yourself. Just blue tits yourself.
Blue tits
Oh my God.
yourself.
I got blue titties. All right, Danny. Waifu and his bando. What do you got?
Waifu is Speed Racer.
Yeah, buddy.
And then,
know why we're switching them around. But...
I don't know why I didn't put them there. Okay. It
Oh,
wasn't
wait. That
me.
was my bad. I put them. Yeah. I meant to say Trixie. Yeah.
I mean,
And
I
then-
saw that and I'm just like, I can't tell if Sam
I
like
didn't know if one of you did that on
doesn't
purpose.
realize that waifu is first and husbando is second.
No, I straight
But
up didn't
I'm just
realize.
gonna like leave it anyway. So
I did that on my lunch today. That was my bad. I was going really fast.
no, it's
Sorry.
fine. It's too late. Waifu
Yeah.
is Speed Racer and husbando is Trixie.
Okay, in Trixie's defense, she is the one that's kind of like,
She
what's up, baby?
yeah,
like, you know,
she's
like-
the one who wears the pants in the relationship.
Yeah, she's very much like,
She has all the brains. Speed has nothing except being able to drive.
is being able to drive. Yeah, dude, Speed Racer. I mean, listen, I'm gonna give you the premise of. I'm just gonna give you a quick breakdown of what Speed Racer is. Okay, it was a manga originally serialized in Shueisha's Shonen book, which now we know is Shonen Jump. Okay, in 1966, and it was called Mach Go Go Go. It was released in tankobon book form by Sunlight Comics, later released in Japan by Fusosha, adapted into an anime by Tatsunoko Productions. If you don't know who Tatsunoko Productions is, then you need to get out of my face. It was 52 episodes, and then they later they made like a 30-some episode version of it, which they aired in syndication in the U.S. in like the 60s. Later, they rebroadcasted it in like the 2000s or whatever, in line with the live action movie coming out. Selected chapters of the manga were released by Now Comics in the 90s under the title Speed Racer Classics. So that's how they got the name Speed Racer. And you'll have to excuse my voice because Nick got me sick. Fucking just coughing.
All that coughing into the mic. I'm surprised Danny didn't catch it.
I know.
What? What didn't catch?
When I was coughing into the mic, I got sick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, fucking. That's because Danny.
I stay away. I wear a mask.
Danny wears a mask during recording. Which is they were released by Wildstorm Productions, which is a division of DC Comics. Anyway, these are just ways that they came over here as Speed Racer. It was first created and designed by anime pioneer Tatsuo Yoshida. Okay. Unfortunately, he was 40-something years old when he passed away. The actual manga was inspired by Yoshida's earlier, more popular automobile racing comics, Pilot Ace. The main storyline of Pilot Ace formed the structure for Mach Go Go Go, which followed the adventures of an ambitious young man who soon became a professional racer. Mach Go Go Go, it means like, is the name of the car. Mach Go is also the word for 5, so that's why they call it the Mach 5. There's 2 tankobon volumes. If you want to read the manga, otherwise the television series is 52 episodes. There was like a remake of it that came out called Speed Racer X in 97 or something. Mach Go 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 Restart. Then there was also another like American version called The Next Generation or something like that came out. Anyways, the main premise of it is the main character Speed Racer and his family, Pop's Racer, Spritle Racer, Mom's Racer. His name in Japan is Go Mifune, but from here on out we're just gonna call him the Racer family. They're in the World Racing League, the WRL is what they call it. And of course, Speed runs into terrorist organizations, race fixers, things like that use the World Racing League to gain their own, greedy means, whatever, that kind of thing. And it's up to Speed to stop them because Speed is the only one who believes like, hey, fuck you guys are bitches. There's also a character named Racer X, who mysteriously appeared as like a covert kind of spy / racer, who appeared a few years after Speed's older brother Racer X died in a racing accident, and so that it's believed that Racer X is Rex Racer, which is Speed's older brother. And so that's kind of like the basic premise. There's like other things in Speed Racer, like there's Snake Oiler, his main rival, other characters that kind of they're like terrorist organizations, things like that. But that being said, the movie pretty much just adapts many ideas from different iterations of the manga and mostly the English version of the anime Speed Racer.
Yeah, and the anime only had 50 episodes, right? So
52 or something. Yeah.
So it actually wasn't that long. I thought it for some reason was like hundreds of episodes. But
I thought that too when I was looking stuff up for that. I was like, I thought it was like 100.
It's only only a 2-volume manga. Holy crap.
Yeah. And I think they're thick, but like...
All right, submitting it for Manga Club.
Submitting for Manga Club. But yeah, basically, he became a speed racer when he came to America, and that's what this movie is. So really quick, I'm just going to run down this thing really quick, and then you guys go off, okay? So Speed Racer, 2008, was written and directed by the Wachowskis. Shout out to Wachowskis, all of The Matrix. The studio was Village Roadshow, Silver Pictures, and Arcos Productions, distributed by Warner Brothers. Music by Michael Giacchino, based on Mach Go 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 by Tatsuo Yoshida. So you can watch this on Max, or which they used to be called HBO Max. Now it's just called Max. If with a regular subscription, which by the way, I re-signed up for it just to watch this movie, and they're doing a Black Friday deal where it's $2.99 for 6 months. So for Max, that's a pretty
per
good
month,
deal.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, per month.
Yeah.
$2.99 for 6 months per month. So now I can catch up
That's
on all the
pretty
cool
good.
DC movies I didn't watch.
It's
I
also
wanna watch
on a
Blue
few other services at the time of
If you have
this
premium.
recording. Yeah, premium.
Yeah,
or
if
you
you
could do like pay-per-view type stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. But there's like Hulu and Amazon Prime Video. If you have premium subscriptions, then you can watch them there. Or if you have a Roku,
You can rent
the
it
Roku
for like
channel.
$4 on some of these other places, so
Otherwise, it's on DVD and Blu-ray. I don't know why you wouldn't own it. This is one of the greatest movies ever, in my opinion.
It's on
So-
HBO.
yeah, we already said that.
We said that already.
But if you don't have that, then there's a lot of other options.
Yeah. Yeah. So otherwise, yeah, HBO has a Black Friday deal, $2.99 for 6 months per month. So that being said, the synopsis of the live action movie is pretty much, I already said it. It's pretty much Speed Racer and his love for racing. You know, the beginning of the movie kind of does like a little present race and flashback talking about how Rex Racer
That was a
passed
great
away
start to the
during the
movie.
race. The way they did it was really fucking cool. You jump right into it. There's no like, they do like the build up while throwing you right in it. It's really cool. So, but yeah, it's and basically this movie they're dealing with the, you know, family racing, how we've always been the Racer Motor family, and this guy Royalton wants to sign him, and he's like he's on some shady bullshit, and he's got millions of dollars, right? Corporate greed, all that stuff.
Who was he played by? That
And
guy
then-
was amazing.
He was great. Trisha was wondering
What's
that.
that guy's
earlier.
name again?
It was,
He reminded me of Tim Curry for
Roger-
some reason.
Roger William Allam, who's a British actor. Yeah. He was in a bunch. He's been in a bunch of movies, dude. He was in. I don't even know what these other movies are, dude. I know I've seen him
Let me just go
before.
to IMDb.
but-
Well, keep going.
Anyways, no, that's basically it. The premise is, he does this initial race, that's right in the beginning of the movie, and it's what do you call it? Mixed with cuts of a flashback of Race growing up being obsessed with racing, obsessed with his
Interspersed.
brother Rex.
I don't know the film. I don't know the
Interspersed,
film lingo for it.
Intercuts, you know,
Yeah.
and Rex Racer passing away, and how he became as good of a racer as he is now. And in this beginning race, it looks like he's going to beat his brother Rex's record. So it kind of shows like a little shadow version of the Mach 4 with Rex in it and Speed racing him, and it's kind of really cool. And that's how the movie starts. And then Royalton comes to their house and wants to sign Speed, and all the stuff, and the shenanigans and the villainy and chicanery start from there. So that's about it. That's pretty much the movie. And then everything.
There's a few other
unfolds.
races they do.
Yeah,
There's like one
there's a
big race where they're trying to, in the middle of the movie, what's the reason for it? It's to raise like the stock prices or lower the stock prices of one of the companies.
So for
Royalton gives a huge like villain speech about like why racing isn't real and like it's only for the companies, you know.
yeah.
And so that's why they did that race. And then Speed is like basically betrayed. And then
Speed and Rex and the Tokugan guy were supposed to like expose the villainy and the bull crap, and then the Tokugan guy like double crossed him for getting raised stocks in his like motor company, whatever. So, but yeah. Anyways, I want to hear your initial thoughts. What you guys thought of the movie? What are y'all thinking? And I want to say this really quick. Sorry, one more thing. So, I mean, we all have that anime story. What was your first anime? I'll always say that my first anime like experience was Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon on, you know, UPN and Fox Kids. But you know, along with when we used to go to Video Update and like rent Dragon Ball Z VHS tapes, you know, the Ocean Dub tapes, I would rent Speed Racer tapes, and then also my mom would bring back Speed Racer tapes from Mexico, and I'd watch the Mexican dub version of it as a kid. Which I didn't understand all the time, but that's my experience with Speed Racer, I guess you could say. Other than that, it's like I'm all in on this fucking movie, to be honest with you. But a lot of the anime from what I've read is like in different arcs in which like, oh, the next big race is this one, you know, and oh, the next big race is this one, and Snake Oiler is going to be there, and all this stuff. But that being said, let me know what you guys think about this movie, and we can kind of talk about who plays who while we're talking about it and stuff. Christina Ricci is my wife. Everyone back off.
Wait, which one's your wife?
Christina Ricci.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she did a good job. There's a couple other people who were going to play her part. I read about it. But anyway, yeah, I'll start, I guess. I came into the movie.
Both of you never seen it.
I knew that it was going to be good. I didn't know how much or how good or how much I would like it because everybody that I like respect their reviewer opinion on has praised it. I don't count the reviewers who are like the super normie basic bitch, New York Times or whatever the fuck. Like they don't count. They're not real. That's why they're part of the reason why the movie tanked in the first place. Actually, is that the original reviews, like Rotten Tomato type stuff, was low for this movie. And actually, it's still pretty low. Like on RT and Metacritic, it's like 60%, give or take. It's like the critics give it like 40%. So I'm like, okay, the critics don't like it. Must be a good movie. Yeah, Metacritic 37. It's a 37 fucking on bogus. Metacritic. That's fucking wild, fucking dude.
Bogus, dude.
The user is 7.9. That's pretty good. Let's see. RT speed. Right. I'm just looking it up again. I think it's similar on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, it's critic 42%, audience 60%. So RT is actually a little lower for audience. But yeah, so like I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought this was supposed to be good because like Mother's Basement and everybody else said it was great. So yeah, like I went in and because I'd seen a bunch of anime already, I knew what the film was trying to do. And I'm watching it in 2023. I'm not watching it when The Dark Knight and Iron Man are coming out and like everybody's getting super realism, right? Like Zelda, Twilight Princess, realism, grit, Right. But I'm a fan of like just like the wild what do you call it? Like pseudo realism, like I like things when they're a little more expressionist sometimes to a certain extent. Sure. So I appreciate Speed Racer's look.
Presentation.
Yeah, the presentation and all of that. So some of these normie critics, they don't fucking get it. They don't know anything about anime. They don't know anything about, let's face it, art. So
no, seriously, yeah. Like were you expecting like them to like make some gritty real life, you know what I mean? Like TI, like the T180s and things.
Yeah,
like
some
that. Like,
boring ass, like, I'm a strong character who's fucking boring as shit, which is what we have nowadays. It's so stupid. The fucking original anime, they got fucking Speed Racer jumping out of the car doing the little pose, going, huh. Like, yeah, he did that in the movie too.
Like, which he did in the movie, yeah. And there's a few times where some of the other characters go, oh. But like, what the fuck were you think? Like, what did you expect? Fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And this is also coming off watching One Piece live action, and I think they did a pretty good job too. But that's a TV show, so they're different constraints. But yeah, so I came in, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be pretty good. And then I was still like kind of blown away at the end of it. Like this is up there for me with like Redline and Initial D for like which racing style movies and shows that are the best for me. And yeah, I think you're right, Sam. This is probably, I'm jumping the gun here, but it's the best live action anime anything so far, despite its box office flop, which is kind of crazy that happened. But because it was just ahead of its time, 2008, people didn't expect this. They were wanting something else, So yeah, it was a great movie. I liked it. I don't want to go too into detail. I'll let Danny go ahead and give us some thoughts here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, when I guess when this first came out, I knew about it, but at the time I was just like, oh, whatever, and I never really bothered to watch it. So it kind of kind of went under the rug for me. Only until like when I think, when we were talking about Detective Pikachu and how that kind of Detective Pikachu kind of changed live action movies, at least like Hollywood made live action anime adaptations. So, and I remember you talking about like Speed Racer was actually like done really well. But I really did enjoy the movie. It really hyped me. I really felt like I was watching a sport anime. Like you just at the edge of your seat and you're just, come on, Speed, like you can do it and stuff. It also reminded me of Battle Angel Alita a lot, and how Battle Angel was also made. It just
like they went for the look,
yes.
right? Like they went for the fucking look.
Yeah.
They did it justice.
Yeah. I don't know.
This was better than Battle Angel, but yeah.
I barely remember Speed Racer the anime. Like,
oh, we didn't watch that. We're too old or too young for that.
I remember, on Boomerang it came on and stuff, and I was just like, oh, old TV shows.
Blech.
We're not going to watch this.
Well, no, I do remember though. There was a Dexter's Lab episode where they spoofed Speed Racer.
Yes, they did.
Everybody should check that. It was legitimately very funny. Like my whole family.
No,
thought
it
that
was.
funny.
Yeah, it was. It was very. And it was very on point also.
So go to Dexter's Lab, type in Dexter's Lab Speed Racer and just watch that. Like that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dexter's Lab often makes fun of old anime, and Speed Racer is one of them, and Big Robot Stuff was another one that they did all the time. So yeah, that Speed Racer episode is super fucking funny. It pretty much sums up most Speed Racer episodes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So
but yeah. Anyways, Danny, sorry, I cut you off.
no, I mean that's pretty much it. Like I enjoyed it. I guess I will say my one nitpick for my like first impression was I didn't mind a lot of the CG stuff that was happening, but some of it kind of hurt my eyes a little bit.
Yeah, there's a few moments there. Yep.
Yeah. But it didn't like.
But that's true to the source. If you're not getting if you're not getting epilepsy and spasming, then it's not Speed Racer.
I almost felt like I was having epilepsy, at least in certain parts. But I wouldn't say certain parts of the CG. I wouldn't say those parts that kind of like hurt my eyes a little bit. Won't really affect my rating really. So because I do feel that this was definitely really well written, and the Wachowskis, they cared about the material. So, and you can tell by the movie and stuff.
They did it justice. Like there's some movies and shows nowadays and probably throughout all the years where it's like you can tell they didn't fucking give a shit about the source material.
Yeah.
And here you could see that they cared about it. They're like, no, we're doing it our way. We're not going to play it safe. We're fucking going all out,
Absolutely.
And that's what I want in every piece of media, like in terms of like how it's supposed to be. I don't want everything to look like Speed Racer. That'd be ridiculous. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be like the best version of itself, Playing it safe sucks.
Yeah. and also too, it's like the cartoon show is aimed at young kids, So like, why not make the movie that way also? It doesn't have to be, it was coming out at the time when all these when people wanted the gritty remakes and the gritty this or whatever, right? And the Dark Knight was coming out and all that stuff.
I'm the hero you deserve. Ugh. Which actually, Dark Knight was amazing. So let's not crap on that. That was a good movie. So was Iron Man. Actually, I think I heard somewhere it's like I think Iron Man might be one of the most influential movies of this of the past like 30 years. maybe more.
Man, sometimes
because it started the MCU. But anyway, that's a sidebar.
Yeah.
And like if that failed, like that might have tanked it.
Right. No, for real. And I mean, this came out in 2008, right? So this was coming out when Iron Man and Dark Knight.
And I would put Speed Racer on par with both of those movies. And that's like crazy high praise.
I would.
Yeah.
I would. And you just had to understand where it's coming from. And not a lot of people did, because not a lot of people in 2008, really understood. And I'll just say this, before I don't know if you want to get into the parts of the movie or not, but I saw it in the theater, okay? I saw it in IMAX, really big screen. And that theater was, number one, it was packed. Number two, I think it was like the third or second day it was open. I don't know. And then it was packed and Mario was sitting next to me. And it's and let me tell you this, okay? It's not even just the way it was written. The screenplay was so good. The screenplay was written by both Wachowskis, and it was so fucking amazing. The way they presented the opening race, where you have the opening race of Speed racing his brother's record, interspersed with like how they got there, right, with his brother dying and everything. And then the final race is the same thing, but interspersed with parts of the movie that we just watched. So it was just like, it was so good. And like, I remember getting to the edge of my seat and holding Mario's arm and squeezing it. And there were kids in front of me, like standing up, right? And obviously it was stadium seating, so it's not like they were blocking the kids.
They were standing up in a movie.
They were standing up, jumping.
They were standing up like
go.
They got shot in the butt crack, so they had to stand.
Dude, these kids were excited, bro. These kids were standing up.
That's awesome.
It was amazing, dude. I've never seen so many kids in the theater just get so excited. And I'm on the edge of my seat, jumping up and down, like, oh my God, go. And me and Mario were so fucking excited. The way they fucking did that movie, dude, that ending race is so amazing. And I wish people just understood that. And of course, look what happened, with the fucking critics and whatever the fuck. And
I think it was a timing thing too. I don't think it was just the critics, because like there's some movies with bad scores that make a lot of money. Like, didn't Five Nights at Freddy's have kind of bad scores, but it made a shitload of money. And most horror movies have bad scores, but they make bank compared to how much they cost.
Well, it was definitely a timing thing. It was definitely a timing thing, because the same thing happened to Scott Pilgrim movie as well. We have all these other comic movies coming out, and then we have this new comic movie coming out, and it was presented in the way pretty much the comic was presented, with all the wacky one-up video game life shit. You know what I mean? Like one-up and, demon hipster chicks, all that goofy stuff. And it's just kind of like how you and Danny said, it's like the way it's presented is like the way it should be. How else did you want to see it? You know what I mean? But it was coming out when all these gritty movies were coming out, and all these superhero, it's crazy. We're seeing Iron Man blow up people and Batman going to town on some motherfucker going to town on the Joker. He's insane. Why so serious? Edgy, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's just like, come on, bro. But like, anyways, I'm gonna shut up for a minute because I'm getting excitable now. But like, what is so? Sorry. What did you guys think about actually, let me ask you that. What did you guys think of like the screenplay itself, like the script itself, right? Like some of the dialogue. I mean, obviously some of it was wacky too, right? Like there were a few parts where like when they got attacked by ninjas or whatever, and like
more like nanjas.
More like nanjas.
that was the cheesiest line in the movie.
This is so good. He's like spinning the ninja around and his like ninja stars.
Yeah, John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman is Pop's racer. Susan Sarandon is Mom's racer.
Over the line. I always gotta just quote Big Lebowski on it.
But like, there was a part where like the ninja stars were flying out, and they hit the wall and right next to Speed's face, and he goes, "Oh," like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They do the "oh" thing. But what did you guys think of like the script and like the themes of like the corporate greed and?
I loved it. I loved how the script and the story and like the emotions all flowed kind of like simultaneously for most of the movie. The only exceptions would be the little boy and the monkey, which were just like ridiculous.
Chim Chim and Sprite.
I thought they were funny because it was like they would like jump up and like do their action pose, and it would like outline them and do like the fucking anime background shit. And so like I thought they were fun because like they don't really affect the plot very much, those two characters, but they're his fans. So they're Speed's fans and Rex's fans. And so like I don't know, they're kind of like hype men, basically. They're comic relief hype men, but you could argue that you don't really need them in the movie. But at the same time, it kind of makes it like, especially when they're at the industry, or what is that place called? Royalton Industries, and they're like, they stole a cart and they're driving through and they're like just
That
jacked
shit was
up on
so funny.
Yeah, they're just like
They were
fucking
just, like,
blitzed
high on sugar.
on sugar and candy. Like they woke up in a stupor, and so like they steal the cart. The janitor's like, I think we got rats again, or whatever. And then they're just like the monkey's driving, just spinning around. The kid's like, ah. So yeah, and like when they fight the Cobra racers and Royalton and all them, the Mafia. I'm gonna call them Mafia because it sounds funnier than Mafia. But during the second big race, what was the name of that race?
The Casa Cristo.
Casa Cristo, yeah. When the sun rises, when she sees the sunrise, she'll drop the flag.
Fucking badass. Like her
Dude,
cape is just...
You can't have a race unless you have a hot chick doing some crazy shit to start it out.
yeah. Yeah, dude.
Or dude, whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody though. You need someone doing some crazy shit.
Hell yeah. No, she was fine too. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Shoot me with that gun. No, so Danny, what did you think? What did you think of the...
But yeah, it all like flowed together, and I just liked how it all connected, you know? And like the flashbacks worked, the present, you know, the racing worked, the hype moments worked. It was all good. So go ahead.
Yeah, they were worked in there too. Like I like when there was one flashback where Pops kind of brought it up, and it kind of worked in. They worked it in where he's like, "Do you remember that time when we were watching that old race or whatever because we couldn't sleep?" And it was a flashback that Speed had brought up before, but you didn't mind that they played it again when Pops brought it up because it was like, I don't know. It was like, okay, we saw this already, but I don't really care because it's like it works out. I don't know how they did that.
But didn't they show two different versions of like the black and white racers?
Yeah,
they didn't repeat the scene. They kind of did it a little different.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, Danny, what did you think of the screenplay and the execution of the?
It was awful.
Come on, dog. Come on, bro.
You're out, Danny.
No, did you really think that though?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
Jesus. I'm not even prepared to defend against that.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, no, I thought everything was pretty damn solid, especially for a 2008 movie. You know, like honestly, like this movie feels like it was made in 2023. Like especially visual wise, like
I think it holds up pretty well because of the style they went for.
Yeah. Like I didn't feel like I said, like I didn't feel like I was watching a 2008 movie because it instantly reminded me of Battle Angel Alita, and Battle Angel Alita, I believe, came out in what, like
it was like a few years ago, 2019 or so.
2019, I believe.
Give or take. Yeah, give or take. Yep, 2019.
Yep, 2019.
And fun fact, that's how I discovered Dua Lipa. I didn't know about her before then.
That's funny as fuck.
She did the ending credits.
I am looking on IMDb. This might be skipping ahead a little bit, but
no, you're fine.
The guy who played Speed,
Emil Hirsch.
Yeah, Emil Hirsch. He is a big fan of the anime, and he used to watch it on Cartoon Network. And when he was preparing for his role, he watched every single episode of the 1967 Speed Racer. And he paid a visit to Lowe's Motor Speedway, where he met and got advice from race car driver Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, that's sick.
Which I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, that's
So-
like, it sounds like that's going above and beyond, but in my opinion, that's like how every actor should approach it, you know? You don't have to go full like Daniel Day-Lewis. Like, you don't have to live as a fucking cobbler from
Yeah,
the 1800s or whatever, but you know what I mean? Like, talk to people who know everything about it.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of like I was even looking, a lot of people, like Keanu Reeves turned down the role to play Racer X.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Oh, he could have done it. He could have done it. It was the guy from Lost who played Racer X. It was, what's his
Yeah,
name?
Matthew Fox.
Yeah, Matthew
Um,
Fox.
Different guy played his previous version, but yeah.
Yeah, Scott Porter was Rex Racer.
Mhm.
They all look like our friend Drew. Kind of. Sam knows. Well, not Matthew Fox. He looks different, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the whole entire movie, whenever Racer X was on the screen and like he was talking to Speed and stuff, I would always make a comment and be all like, "I'm your brother."
I'm your brother. Speed,
So
I'm
like,
your
"What's
brother."
up, bro?"
Yeah. To be fair, also, like, that's not really a spoiler. That's a pretty, like, if you know Speed Racer at all, that's a pretty well known, like, that's like the whole thing with
Yeah.
Racer X.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, like, was cool, right? Because, like, when I first watched this movie, you know, we all knew that, right? And so when they're on the track and he's, like, trying to, you know, talk to him, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm not your brother." And I'm like, "Oh, they changed it for the movie. Oh, okay, so it's different." And then you see the ending, and it's like, "Oh,
He did the Dark Knight thing.
yeah,
The what is it? The first rate, like, so in the beginning of the movie, Speed is getting prepared to for a race and stuff, and they go, you know, they do like those flashbacks of when he was a kid and
yeah."
you know, kind of like how he got into racing and stuff. While he was in the race and everything, I don't know if this was like in his head or if this was like a thing that the race did, because there was like that hologram of Rex Racer racing while Speed was racing. I mean, it's set in like a futuristic universe, so it is possible that like a racing company can have like a hologram of like
It's a ghost. Yeah, it's the racing. It's a ghost. It's like the Mario Kart
previous
ghost.
racer, so that like
No, that wasn't what was happening. That was in his mind. He was seeing that.
It was in his mind.
No,
Yeah.
I understand that, but to me, like I'm saying, it's possible that a racing company can have a hologram like what Speed was experiencing.
Well, that would be cool.
Oh yeah, sure.
That would be
I
kinda
guess you
cool.
could interpret it both ways because I mean, this movie's like in some crazy future, so,
Right, because
yeah.
that's what I was saying. Like I couldn't tell whether like everyone can see what Speed was seeing, or because I know they have like on the what is it, like the
Jumbotron.
the board where like you can watch like if you're in the stands, they
Yeah, the
have, like, that,
Jumbotron.
like, screen, yeah,
Jumbotron,
and then they
yeah.
have you know, the world record and like Speed's records, you know, racing's record and everything, and then above, you know, they had Rex's record and stuff. So
Well, that was a heartwarming moment because Speed Racer could have beat the record,
oh
but
yeah,
he purposely
I was
let
like,
off the gas
slowed
so
down.
that to
I
keep his
was
brother's
like-
legacy.
James was watching this with me, and I'm watching this race and everything, and I'm all like, he's gonna do it. Like, I want him to do it. And then the minute he gets close to the finish line, he slows down. I'm like, oh man, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, you could have done it.
I felt that
And
way at
then-
first, but then I agreed with him at the end.
And then like James
Same.
was all like, but he didn't want to. Like, he didn't want to, you know, because James said if if he would have beaten Rex's record, then that's it. Like Rex wouldn't be like the legend that he is.
His name wouldn't stay on the board.
He wanted his legacy
Yeah.
to remain.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was just like,
Which is
I mean, that does make sense. And I was like, but still, like,
Come on.
So
I think a lot of people too, like there's some reviews I saw too where people were talking about, not reviews, but just like people's opinions online. Talking about like how does Speed and all them know how to fight or whatever? Dude,
because they're animated.
Nobody knows. Yeah, just watch the anime. In the anime, just everyone knows how to fight. Like that's like,
dude, everybody knew kung fu back then. It's a lost art.
Yeah, dude, like that's just literally there's so I don't care that they didn't explain it in the movie because they don't explain it in the original either. So it's just like they just knew how to defend themselves for whatever reason. I know for Pops Racer,
I know kung fu. Well, actually, I know why Scott, or not Scott. I've been playing too much Overwatch with Scott. Sam, it's because they plugged into the Matrix and they know kung fu.
I know kung fu.
Wachowskis.
Show me.
He's beginning to believe.
You think that's air you're breathing right now?
Dude, I can't listen to that line without thinking of farts.
You think that's farts you're breathing in right now, dude?
You got to say that every time you fart, you have to say, do you think that's air you're breathing right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
God damn it, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, dude. God damn it, bro.
Yeah, let's run through some of the characters here. So,
I don't even know, man.
Trixie,
my favorite
Trixie did a great job, I think. Christina Ricci.
Yeah, dude, she did great. She's always great to me, but like she did really cool. Like for a role where normally she kind of plays like a serious role or whatever, in this role she's playing the main character's girlfriend, but she like has her own spot in the movie kind of when she's doing the Casa Cristo part, and of course she's in the helicopter, she's in her helicopter, her Trixie copter, but yeah, she did great as being this kind of wacky, excited character, excited to go on adventures and be there for Speed and all that stuff. Super cool. And John Goodman.
Oh yeah, he crushed it. I think John Goodman and the villain Royalton. I can't remember that guy's name. I keep forgetting it.
Alan Johnson.
Why does it not show on IMDb? What the hell are they doing?
I don't know. That's why I always use Wikipedia, because IMDb sometimes it's hard for me to navigate. Roger Allam.
Doesn't even show it on. Doesn't even show it on here on Wikipedia.
EP Arnold Royalton. Yeah. Dude, Christina Ricci is like, she's 43 years old. It's crazy to me. I think she was in her 30s when she did this. Yeah, freaking. But also,
no,
she was like
Nick,
28.
If you go to like the full cast and crew, the order that it's
I just Googled it. Google does a better job than IMDb.
Well, I'm just saying, it's in the order of appearance as like the credits.
Oh,
in
sure,
order.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
Roger Allam and John Goodman, I think, had the best performances. I also liked Matthew Fox as Rex Racer. He did a great job. I mean, everybody did a good job, actually. The kid did a good job because his character was so bad, so it fit the kid's acting level.
Yeah.
Paul
Susan
Litt as
Sarandon did
Spritle.
amazing, too. Spritle, yeah.
I assume the monkey is dead now.
My goodness, Paulie
Jim.
Litt, who played Spritle, is my goodness.
Did he have a glow up, Danny?
Yes, he has a glow.
Did he really?
up.
Let's look.
Oh my
Hold on.
goodness! Hang on a second.
Oh, I see it. It doesn't even look like him.
Look at this. Look at this little baby.
He's got the
Oh
long hair in
my.
the IMDb picture.
Damn.
I got to get long hair. Jeez.
Yo. Calm down, man. Just
All
trying.
right,
other
ladies. Nick's growing some
actor-
long hair.
The other, the other actor I wanted to look up was Nicholas. Yes, the guy who played the kid who played.
Oh, the kid. Yeah.
Young Speed.
I like how they interspersed, or they kind of gave the montage of his childhood, like him and Rex and Trixie, And like
Mhm.
he was basically, it looked like he was autistic, and he probably fucking is, but like in a way that like is, I can't even explain it, but like
You're just saying that he might have been, the way they present.
I mean, a person like that is autistic, like straight up, but he's a good person. So it's like, there's no but to it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, right. So, I just like how Trixie defended him as a kid, and they were friends as kids and everything. And it's like showing them as, it's kind of like mixing that montage with like the first race that he's doing and everything. And it's fucking
so
sick.
good. Just so good. Which is like why I love, like, it makes the ending race more impactful, because they're doing the same thing, except the flashback is like the movie itself, the whole movie itself. And it's like, oh man, God fucking damn it, dude. And like, they took like the best like moments of each like character and actor's like part and put them in that, like the things that they're saying to Speed or whatever. And every time it gets to Susan Sarandon's part, that's when I start kind of getting watery.
Oh God, she had a great speech. Yeah,
yeah, it's just like
Speed Racer's mom, just like, she's talking to him.
Oh my God, dude, come on!
Like, your racing is like art.
So fucking good, dude.
I think my favorite monologue though was actually the Racer X. When Speed Racer's all like, he's upset about that.
He's mad
second
because
race where he got screwed over by the company corporations. And Racer X he says, I'm looking on the quotes, and he says, "It doesn't matter if racing never changes. What matters is if we let racing change us. Every one of us has to find a reason to do this. You don't climb into a T180 to be a driver. You do it because you're driven." It's just like so fucking
God, so good. So fucking
but like he delivered the line way better than I could, but yeah.
And then at the end he's like, well, why didn't you tell me why I should keep driving? He's like, well, that's for you to find out.
Exactly.
I just hope when you do, I'm there to see it. It's like, oh, dude.
Yeah, because sometimes you gotta figure stuff out on your own. And if I tell you the words, this is why like show don't tell is so much better than telling. You know what I mean? Because like
yeah.
This is why some like if Speed Racer were too, I don't know. There's such a thing as like too avant-garde or too like wacky, and it didn't do that.
Sure.
It had enough heart to it. And I could read a dictionary, I could read a recipe, but that doesn't give you any emotions. You know what I mean?
Yes. It captured the way they did it, the way they wrote it, and the way the actors delivered it, very anime-y, but in a way where
melodrama
come off that way. Yeah, exactly. It was like they took that kind of shonen trope of like, well, I can only do what only I can do, and I'm going to do it really well, and that's how I can help my family and help my friends and my loved ones and whatever. But then they did it in a way where it was just kind of like it was just part of the movie, and it was just these really cool dramatic lines that made sense, and it was just man, God damn it, dude. I want to get into a Mach 5 and just go race people right now.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Yeah.
I did not realize that Scott Porter voices Harry Osborn in the Spider-Man game.
Oh, that's sick. That's dope, dude. I'm pretty sure
He's
I'm pretty sure most of those actors-
also going to voice Flash in the upcoming action game for Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League.
God, that game has been coming out for 15 years.
It's supposed to come out February 2nd of next year.
They said that 5 years ago.
Well,
But yeah, dude. So, I mean, I pretty much have already said all my favorite moments already just by talking, how we were normally talking. But I guess, what were some of your favorite parts, and what do you, let's score it, man.
Let's have a speedy review.
let's
Yeah, no need to overstay welcome,
Yeah, what's I mean, I already said all mine, but I mean, I think we kind of all said our favorite moments, huh? I mean, there's I'm gonna be honest.
We could do favorite characters. We could do just anything we missed, like music, that type of thing.
I mean, the music was good. The music. Sorry, yeah, we totally didn't talk about the music. there was these little remixes of the actual theme song.
Oh yeah, the remixes.
Yeah.
Those are sick. Yeah.
Go, 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 here comes Speed Racer. Yeah, they did like these little kind of little reprises of him throughout the movie in times where it made sense. And then also just like it has your kind of your average typical composition for the action scenes, right? You know, the big horns, the big drums, that kind of
I would say it doesn't. Yeah, the remixes were good. I would say the music doesn't elevate the movie as much as some other music does, like Jurassic Park type stuff, or Lord of the Rings. It's not like that level,
or Rocky, or Bill Conti and Rocky, or whatever.
Yeah. So if anything, that prevents it from being like a perfect movie, but it's pretty damn close. So
it does it just enough. Yeah, I think it does what it's supposed to do, and that's it. You know, it's nothing that stands out. The only parts that stood out to me were the reprises of the theme song. You know, like for example, when Rex picks up Speed from school in the beginning, you hear in the background, you hear a little, like a little bit like a background walking kind of song, and then of course the trumpets at the very end, and like when he was getting through the finish line and all that stuff. But
yeah, I'm thinking on it more. I think the music will reflect in my final score, because like it doesn't like the Dark Knight soundtrack was better. I'm just comparing it to just the movies that year, like Iron Man and Dark Knight specifically.
Sure, yeah.
I think even Iron Man. Oh, they kind of cheated. They had the Iron Man song at the end.
Yeah,
I don't really count that as a soundtrack. But that was sick.
Well, there's the score and the soundtrack, right? And this didn't have a soundtrack. This just had a score. Like a music composed for the.
Yeah, they didn't have Hans Zimmer on Speed Racer, unfortunately. Well, actually, I don't think he would have fit Speed Racer, so never mind.
Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
But yeah,
they should have got totally Kensuke Uchiha or whatever. I don't think he was working at that point, but
that would have been wild, dude.
The guy who composed the score used musical cues from the 1967 anime.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. It just wasn't it wasn't something I would listen to like on a YouTube playlist or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like Zelda level quality, which is a few things are, but
it kind of
you're not going to fall asleep to it.
Yeah. Zelda and chill. Well, everything is like something and chill. Texas Chainsaw Massacre and chill.
Lo-fi beats to party to fart to. Whatever. Yeah, dude. No, that's a good point. But
the music is kind of a minor thing. I don't think that. I don't think it needed. Well, I think Redline had a better music too, and Initial D did too. Initial D, well, they use Eurobeat, so they didn't necessarily write their own, but they still got it in there,
Yeah,
I don't know what they would have added in to make it better, but they could have probably done it. I'm glad they didn't do the Mario movie thing where they did the Welcome to the Jungle. Blah. Oh man.
I haven't seen that movie yet, so
okay. Well, there's a part. I'm just gonna spoil this one part. They go to Donkey Kong Land and they say "Welcome to the Jungle." They do the song. It is so fucking cheesy.
I hate it already.
I mean, it's a fun movie, but
it wasn't that bad.
I didn't like that one part. Or no, what is it? Shoot. Silent Voice, Our Generation. Did they do that one in that movie? That didn't fit that movie either. But I'm just saying, like, Speed Racer, it did a good job. It didn't like fuck up by adding weird music that didn't make sense.
Sure. What about you, Danny? Any other final thoughts or parts that you liked, or?
I mean, I think all of it was definitely. I mean, they paid attention to the parts that needed to be paid attention to. All their cues for, certain things. They put a lot of money into that, like the fight scene in like the hotel room and stuff, especially with John Goodman and everything. And, I mean, it didn't bother me that all of a sudden magically everyone knows Kung Fu and stuff. So, but it was really fun to see John Goodman like do some like wrestling moves, and it was really cool that like when he was about to do a move, they kind of like zoomed into his hand and like you saw the ring and it's all like this is why Pops.
It's like a varsity ring.
yeah. So, you know, that was pretty sick. I mean, gosh, the whole out of all the races, aside from the very first race that we experienced, the what was the race called that they like modified the Mach 5?
The Casa Cristo.
Yeah. So that honestly, that whole freaking race was just awesome.
Yeah, that might have been the best race.
That
Oh my
one
God. I liked
that
all
one
of
was
them, though.
honestly
I liked
my
all of them.
favorite race, like out of the whole entire movie. You know,
I liked how he drove up the side of a mountain.
yeah,
So
like
crazy.
you know, so
Oh man.
we got to see like the Mach 5, like what I remember seeing in the TV show, and you know him using the little like gadget buttons on the steering wheel and stuff. So, I also really enjoyed how they used like these pole vaulting like pogo stick things a lot to like dodge everything. Like that's like super convenient.
Yeah, I forgot what they called it, but that was just super cool. Whenever he did like a dodge or something by jolting off of the wall, it's so
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, I wish I had like some sort of like nitpick complaint about it, but it was fun, and I think like it's definitely irrelevant to today, for even though it's like a 15-year-old movie. So
Yeah.
and I'm curious on what what's his name? I saw it in like the little like did you know facts. I forget. I can't find it. But I'm curious on what they're going to do with this Apple Plus series.
Oh, I forgot that they were doing that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, was it
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams?
Yes, J.J. Abrams. Yeah. Apparently, like he wrote a script like years ago, and now he got it greenlit. So, yeah, I'm curious on what he's gonna do with it. So, yeah, that's it.
Probably just expand it more and maybe just do it like closer to the manga. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because obviously there's other villains and stuff that are in the anime that they didn't show, obviously in the movie, right? But like, which like you're not gonna fucking pack 15 different villains or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, there's parts in the anime where there's like an episode or like a two-parter where Trixie gets kidnapped, and times where Spritle and Chim Chim get kidnapped and gotta go save them, that kind of thing. Hey Rex, let's go save him. Yeah, okay, let's go. And then
Does Speed ever get kidnapped?
I think there's probably an episode where that happens. Yeah, like, and
You gotta
Rex
throw
goes
one of
and
those in
saves
there.
his
Why
ass.
not?
Yeah, why everyone else is getting kidnapped. Fucking
Yeah.
Princess Peach kidnapped kink looking ass. But like,
I don't know why people are mad about that. Like, okay, anyway.
I don't blame her. I mean, I would love getting kidnapped by Bowser every fucking.
Have you
month.
seen? Never mind. This is a PG movie, and they use the word shit and hell, and they flip the bird a bunch. It's just like they really stretch that PG on
Oh, that
Speed
was
Racer.
funny. That's funny. Isn't there something too where like if they show someone smoking a cigarette, it has to be automatically PG-13?
I don't know.
It's like weird things like that, which I get, because obviously you don't want people to look at smoking and be like, oh, well, that character smoked. But anyways, I'm with Danny. I have no complaints about this movie at all. I think it was presented exactly how it should have been presented. It was written. I thought the script was very funny, very, very well done. The execution of that script by the actors was done very well. and the look of it was done very well. I don't know how else you would have fucking done it, to be honest with you. So for me, it's a 10 out of 10 movie. I don't care. I mean, the music, sure, but I mean, the music did its job and did exactly what it was supposed to do.
That's fine. Yeah, you don't have to.
I don't think
not everything has to be perfect to give it a 10. Like 10 does not. 10 does not mean perfect, in my opinion.
Sure. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe for some people, but not for me.
I don't think. I think it did its job, and that's like the whole thing, right? So for me, it's a 10 out of 10 movie. I love it very much. You don't have to know much about the anime or manga to like watch it. You know what I mean? Like it tells you everything right here. You know what I mean? Like all the big details with like Rex and Snake Oiler and all that stuff, whatever. Like it's right there. You know what I mean? You can literally go off of this adaptation and just be fine. Also, it's a great fit. You can watch it with the kids. You know what I mean? It's not like some weird thing like, oh, it's based on an anime that meant to mean there's tentacles in it. It's like, no, dude. Like
that's the one downside of Redline. There's a topless scene in that movie, and like they didn't need to add that. Sidebar.
I do love me some Redline.
I mean, I appreciate it, but it's like, God damn, now I can't show it to kids. I mean, you could, but it's not that big a deal.
Cool, But this is another reason why I thought it would be a perfect time to review this too, because it's the holidays. Here's a review for you, and I think you should just go watch it. And to be honest, we kind of went through this review without spoiling any of the crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But otherwise, I think it's a great movie. So,
it's kind of like the movie Redline.
it's kind of like Redline. Dude.
It's like every racing movie. There's
That's true. No,
the shady underworld. There's the megacorps. There's the family element. That's every fucking racing movie. We didn't mention Drive either. Drive is a little different, but I think it would be cool.
Yeah.
If Fast and the Furious, they brought on Speed Racer and the guy from Drive, Ryan Gosling. Just bring on everybody, to show up. and like the Vin Diesel style, it's like, I got nothing but time. Like at the end of a movie,
Yeah.
Do something like that. That'd be sick.
10-second race.
Yeah. It was, man, Tokyo Drift, underrated.
Tokyo Drift is my favorite one. It's so good. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, like you guys were saying, I love the movie too. I should have said this earlier. It's the movie. It's a love letter to the anime, right? And
sure, absolutely, it is.
Despite not having any like banger soundtrack pieces, it still is. It's still super hype, and like from the beginning to the end, like I felt emotion for it. It's melodrama, right? It's not gonna be fucking, I don't know, The Godfather or something. It's over the top. That's the whole point of the movie. It's way over the top. It's kind of like for kids, but also adults can appreciate it. And it's just really genuine. It's a genuine movie. It doesn't feel like it was picked apart by some fucking committee in Hollywood, and they got to dot all their, check all their boxes and, make it all fucking corporate and shit. This is like, it's like this is how movies should be. So I really liked it. Are we ready to score it or anything like that? You guys have anything else?
Nope. I think that's it.
Yeah. I think we all gave our final thoughts already. Yeah.
All right.
I already scored it. I already said it. So, I mean, that's.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I missed it. What did you say?
I said 10 out of 10.
10 watts. 10 watts.
Oh, 10 T180s out of 10. Because those are the type of car that they're driving in those races.
What about you, Danny?
I will give it 8 out of Chim Chim wearing boy head pajamas.
I'm gonna give it.
he wore Spritle face pajamas.
Yeah.
And Spritle wore Chim Chim face pajamas.
Yeah.
Fucking funny, dude. So stupid.
It's the littlest things.
Yeah, it's the little things that they put in the movie, right? It's like, it's good.
I don't know what to give it, man. Oh, okay. I don't know what object to give it. I'm gonna give it 9 John Goodman wrestler slams out of 10.
Hell yeah, dude.
More like Nanja. Yeah, this is just a great movie. Like the only reason I give it 9 is because of I value music like super highly. So like if it had some bops and bangers, I'd give it a 10.
Said the person when he was talking about his top 10, he's all like, I don't know shit about music. I just like the boops and beeps.
Yeah, I like the beeps and boops. The beeps and boops. I stole that from Connor on Trash Taste, so I didn't make that up.
The boops and beeps, the beeps and boops.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
It's a great, I mean, it could be a 10. I could just give it a 10, but I'm going to give it a 9 because I like the music. So I want more music. More music, please.
More music. More tunes. More tunes.
Otherwise, it was great.
Nice. There you have it. Anime Summit approval, stamp of approval right there. Honey Bear, what'd you think of it? Nobody cares. Get out of here. You're fat. All right. Speed Racer, dude. 2008, Wachowskis. You should watch it. Very good film. Again, you can watch it on HBO Max, Hulu, and Amazon with a premium subscription, or you can rent it for $4 on YouTube or Vudu or whatever. Otherwise, you could find this at the little $5 DVD section at Walmart because it's them. They made so many copies of this movie, dude. But like, if you can get it on Blu-ray, get it on Blu-ray, obviously. But I mean, yeah, great film. Love it. I'm glad we finally got to talk about it after fucking talking about reviewing it. You're probably going, oh, why didn't you guys review Scott Pilgrim today? I don't know why. I just scheduled it that way just to give us time to watch it, just because I didn't know how many episodes it was going to be at the time I scheduled it. So we're going to talk about that next week. So,
that's not the movie.
No, the show, the new Netflix anime show, 8 episodes.
Okay, maybe I'll try to watch the movie too. When did the movie come out? I haven't seen the movie yet. The movie came out after Speed Racer, right?
Wait, what?
It came out after Speed Racer, yeah.
Aha, so Scott Pilgrim wouldn't even exist.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
That's like a Nick movie.
2010.
Scott Pilgrim is like a Nick thing.
I just don't believe that Michael Cera can get a girlfriend. I'm sorry. Okay.
Every nerdy person should have watched Scott Pilgrim.
Oh my God. Brie Larson is in this movie and Chris Evans.
Yes, dude.
Dude, everybody is in this movie.
Oh,
what are you
could have told me
about?
And all of the all the actors do the English dub in the anime, by the way. So Michael Cera plays Scott and Aubrey.
Oh, that must have cost him a little bit of money. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, dude. Science Saru. Bro.
Oh shit. Did Yuasa direct it or not?
No.
Okay. Still.
If you want to fight me.
Yeah. My demon hips to chicks. I'm so slick.
Tell him, Maddie.
My favorite part of Scott Pilgrim in the movie is like, you're going to be dust in 2 seconds. And the cleaning lady's going to come on Tuesday or whatever, or Monday. Okay, well, so what's on Monday? Well, the cleaning lady, she dusts. She dusts because you're going to be dust. It's like, okay. Like, yeah, dude, that movie's fucking funny.
It has Macaulay Culkin's brother in it.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he plays Wallace.
Yeah, he's on Succession,
he's great.
too.
I love,
he's my favorite character in Succession.
He's my favorite character in the movie. I love Wallace.
Yeah, dude. So good. Nick, honestly, okay. I don't know if
I'll watch the movie, too. It's fine.
I just want to review the anime, but like if you want to kind of experience all of it together, I think maybe watching the movie is a good idea, too. Like, maybe watch the movie first.
Yeah, which order should I do this here?
Watch the movie first.
Bill Hader's in it.
Yeah,
no, he's just the voice. He's just the voice.
Oh, yeah, his voice is in it.
Like actually in it.
Oh no, that's right. Yeah, the guy who plays the IT guy in The Office at the end of The Office plays one of the guys. He plays Como. Knows everyone. Yeah, dude.
Captain America's in it.
A bunch of people are in it, man. Fucking Jason Schwartzman. He plays Gideon. Very good. You guys should just here's my Anime Summit thing for this week. You guys should just watch more movies.
I gotta watch a lot more. I make a letterbox.
I have been really bad about that. I have not been watching movies for like the past couple of years.
Just watch like one a week. One a week.
But I've been watching a lot of Disney Channel original movies lately.
That still halfway counts.
I watched Right on Track. That was a good one, man. Fucking Beverly Mitchell and whatever. Real life story of the Ender sisters. Anyways,
I'd like to be under those sisters.
Oh my god. Anyways,
Wait, they're old ladies, right? Are we talking old ladies? Okay.
I mean, at the time of that movie, they were like kids, but like,
I thought you meant like fucking like I Love Lucy age or something. I don't know.
Well, now they're like in their 40s. But
okay.
Like, you know.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I probably should have checked before I said anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Please, no one clip that. It's fine. We knew what you meant. Anyways, that's our cue, right? To get out of here. No, Speed Racer. Go watch it, okay? Go watch it with your family. It's a great fucking movie.
No, before you do that, watch Dexter's Laboratory Speed Racer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Watch that. Watch that episode. It'll give you all of the fucking... It'll pretty much tell you how most Speed Racer episodes are, maybe. And then you can watch this. It'll be fine. You'll get it. You'll understand. You'll understand when it gets there. That being said, I love you guys very much. Thank you for listening. Check out the code CyberButts23 in the description to use on the store animesummit.net. Get you a shirt, mug, hoodie, something like that. And that being said, I've been Sam. That's been Danny. That's been Nick. And we've been the Anime Summit Podcast.